Hello YouTube family. How to solve for the value of x given this math problem, which is x plus 7 squared is equal to 81. So what is the value of x? Method 1 of this, we have x plus 7 squared. This is equal to 81. Okay. Now x plus 7 squared, this is in the form of a plus b squared, which we can express as a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. Okay. Now from what we have here, we are going to have x squared plus 2 multiplying by x multiplying by 7 plus 7 squared. This is equal to 81. Okay. So this is x squared plus, this is 7 times 2 times x, that is 14x, plus 7 squared, this is 49, which is equal to 81. Okay. Now we're going to take 81 on the left hand side, so that we're going to have x squared plus 14x plus 49 subtract 81. This is equal to 0. Okay. Now from what we have x squared plus 14x. This is plus 49, subtract 81. This is negative 32. This is equal to 0. Okay. Now from what we have, this is a quadratic equation, whereby we have a equal to 1, b is equal to 14, and c is equal to negative 32. Okay. From what we have here, from our quadratic equation, we can be able to determine the discriminant value, which actually gives us the nature of the root of this quadratic equation, which is expressed as b squared minus 4ac. We can substitute the value of b squared. This is 14 squared, subtract 4 times a, which is 1, times c, which is negative 32. Okay. Now from what we have here, we find that 14 squared, this is equal to 196. Then you find that negative 4 multiplying by negative 32, this is basically equal to 128. So this is plus 128. Okay. Now from what we have here, 196 plus 128, this is equal to 324. Okay. And this is greater than 0. That affirms that we have real roots. Okay. Now from this, we can be able to use quadratic formula to solve for the values of x. Okay. These real roots, whereby x is equal to negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac, divide everything by 2a. Okay. So let's substitute the values of a, b, and c, so that we're going to have negative 14 plus or minus the square root of b squared. This is the same thing as 14 squared, subtract 4, subtract 1, multiplying by 1, multiplying by c, which is negative 32, divided by 2 times 1. Okay. So here we're going to have negative 14 plus or minus the square root of 14 squared, this is 196, plus this is 128, that is negative 4 times negative 32, divide everything by 2. Okay. So from what we have here, we find that this is equal to negative 14 plus or minus the square root of 324 divided by 2. Okay. So this is basically equal to negative 14 plus or minus the square root of 324. This is equal to 18 divided by 2. Okay. So here we'll have two possible values of x. You can call this one x1. This is equal to negative 14 plus 18 divided by 2. Okay. So negative 14 plus 18, this is equal to 4 divided by 2. and this is equal to 2. Okay, that's the first value of x. Now the second value of x, this is equal to negative 14 subtract 18, okay, divided by 2. So this is basically negative 32 divided by 2, and this is equal to negative 16. Okay, so this is the second value of x. Okay, so let's check if this value satisfies the equation. So the value of x1 is equal to 2, the value of x2 is equal to negative 16. This is applying method 1. Let me show you method 2 quickly. So for method 2, we have x plus 7 squared. This is equal to 81. Okay, so the first thing to do here, we get the square roots of both sides. Okay, so that we're going to have, this is the square root of x plus 7 squared, which is equal to plus or minus the square root of 81. Okay, now from what we have, if you get the square root of x plus 7 squared, this square root sign and this simplifies, so that we're going to have x plus 7. This is equal to plus or minus the square root of 81. This is equal to 9. Okay, so that means we're going to have x plus 7. Okay, this is equal to 9, and you're going to have x plus 7. This is equal to negative 9. Okay, so let's get the values of x here. We're going to have x is equal to 9. We take plus 7 on the other side, that's the right hand side. You'll have minus 7, and that means that the value of x is equal to 2. Okay, now in the second case here, we have x is equal to negative 7 subtract 7, and that means that x is equal to negative 16. As you can see, these are the values of x. You can call it x1 and x2, just the same values as method 1. So let's verify that these values of x1 and x2 satisfies the equation. Okay, so as you may recall, we end at x plus 7 squared. This is supposed to give us a value of 81. Okay, now from what we have, given that x1 is equal to 2, if we substitute here, we're going to have 2 plus 7 squared, okay, which is 2 plus 7, this is 9, which is 9 squared, which is equal to 81. Okay, so that means that x1, which is equal to 2, satisfies the equation. Okay, for x2, which is equal to negative 16, if we substitute this back to equation, we're going to have negative 16 plus 7 squared. This is supposed to give us a value of 81. Okay, now from what we have here, negative 16 plus 7, okay, negative 16 plus 7, this is equal to 9, and if you get 9 squared, this is equal to 81. Okay, and that means that 81 is equal to 81. The left hand side is equal to the right hand side, and that shows that the values of x1 and x2 are equal to 2 and negative 16. So thank you for watching, and kindly subscribe.